So, this whole concept of Psalms are not to be taken for teachings or any doctrines is absolutely false. So, what I've said so far is just the beginning. People, stay tuned. It's going to get much, much worse. But so far, just to recap, according to Witness Lee, David does not know the real function of the law. Yeah, the one who wrote the Bible does not know the real function of the law. Then, according to Witness Lee, David became a murderer and an adulterer because he was enjoying the law too much. And then, according to Witness Lee, we should not take any doctrine or teachings from the book of Psalms at all. Boy, that sure sounds to me like a really nice way of setting aside God's word, doesn't it? And I quote, Witness Lee says that the Psalms were written according to two kinds of concepts. We also have to pick up this point, otherwise we cannot properly understand the Psalms. Witness Lee says the first concept according to which the Psalms were written is the human concept. And he means a fallen human concept. Then he says the Psalms were also written according to the divine concept of God. So what Witness Lee claims is that some Psalms are written according to a fallen human concept and are not very good. They're wrong. But then other Psalms that I guess he likes, that he prefers, that fit his warped theology, he likes those, and according to him, only those are written according to the divine concept. So he says, Witness Lee says, the same writers uttered two kinds of concepts, the human concept and the divine concept. Then Witness Lee says, according to what concept was Psalm 1 written? Is Psalm 1 good or not? Now listen to this. Witness Lee says, surely it is a good psalm, yet it was written according to the human concept. In Psalm 1, the psalmist said that the one who delighted in the law of Jehovah would prosper in everything that he does, but eventually the psalmists were not prospering, they were suffering, and I end the quote. So Psalm 1 says that everything that a good man does will prosper, but what Witness Lee tries to do is he attempts to refute what Psalm 1 says by pointing out the fact that sometimes good people will suffer. And according to Lee, the fact that the good godly man is suffering somehow disproves Psalm 1. Guys, just because someone is suffering does not mean that they're not prospering. Okay, God never, ever promised us that we would never experience trials. Actually, it's contrary. It's the opposite. God actually has promised to us trials, temptations. They will come. But Lee, as the devil does, he comes in and he twists the words of Psalm 1 and of other Psalms, and he tries to turn God's own words against each other. That's exactly what the devil does. That's exactly what Witness Lee has done here. And I'll keep quoting. Witness Lee says, this shows us that Psalm 1 is good, but it was written with a wrong concept. The law was not given for us to keep for our prosperity. Indeed, the law was given to expose us. And according to Lee, that's it. The law was just given to expose us, and that's it. Really, Witness Lee, you know, I'm going to address something here, and for any of you nitpickers who get angry about me keeping the law, whenever I mention keeping the law, I'm not talking about the ceremonial law, dietary ordinances, keeping of days, circumcision, things like that. Not talking about that. I'm talking about the keeping of God's commandments, the moral law. Witness Lee says that the law was not for us to keep. So my contention is, how about these New Testament verses? Witness Lee, how about these New Testament verses, local church cult members? Matthew chapter 19, verse 17b, from the Lord Jesus Christ himself. Someone asked him, what can I do to have eternal life? Jesus replied, I know you guys aren't going to like this verse, But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. What did he say? Keep the commandments. Those are words directly from Jesus Christ himself. Lee and many others, I'm sure, would have accused Jesus back in that day, if they were alive. They would have accused Jesus of being legalistic, right? They would have accused him of being Old Testament. They had been there. But Jesus Christ says himself, keep the commandments. That's New Testament. Any questions? Could it get any clearer? Keep the commandments of God, people. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 19, New Testament. The Apostle Paul says, circumcision is nothing, and uncircumcision is nothing, but the keeping of the commandments of God. Romans 8:4, that the righteousness of the law, the righteousness of what? The law, might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. Yes, we Christians in obedient faith need to keep the law, not the ceremonial law, not circumcision, not dietary ordinances or keeping of certain days. No, but we need to keep the commandments of God, the moral law, including the 10 Commandments, plus all the other commandments given to us in the New Testament. They are kingly, royal edicts that we must take heed to and obey. Any teaching that tells you that God's commandments are not for keeping, but are merely to expose you as, some dirty sinner, that is from the pit of hell. And it breeds utter rebellion in your personal life, because it comes from the original OG rebel himself, the devil. So, I'm going to come to the worst statement of Witness Lee, and all that I'm going to read. Get ready for this, people. Witness Lee then says, he concludes, thus, we should not highly appraise Psalm 1. It was written wrongly with a wrong concept. I'm going to read that again. Thus, we should not highly appraise Psalm 1. It was written wrongly with a wrong concept. People, this is utter blasphemy. This is not just getting a doctrine wrong, misinterpreting something. No. This is on a whole nother level. This is utter blasphemy against God's word. Witness Lee says that Psalm 1 is wrong. It was written wrongly. He is saying that the Bible, parts of the Bible, are wrong. And then he goes on in his life study to say that all the other many of the other Psalms, Psalms 3 through 7, 9 through 15, and so forth, are also wrongly written, that they are wrong as well. He outright says that we should not highly appreciate or appraise Psalm 1. He says that Psalm 1 and also many of the other Psalms are written wrongly with a wrong concept. He says that multiple portions of Scripture are wrong. People, this is plain, outright blasphemy. If you don't get it, you need to get it. If you don't think it's a big deal, it's a really big deal. And I know what the local church's defense for this is. They like to point to the book of Job, which has many sayings of Job's friends. Those sayings that were condemned by God in Job 42:7, where God said to Job's friends, my wrath is kindled against thee, and against thy two friends, for ye have not spoken of me the thing that is right, as my servant Job hath. And guess what? That's right. It explicitly says in the book of Job that the teachings of Job's friends were not right. It was written That part was written, indeed, to expose the